No Days Mosaic Adhesive can be used on three-dimensional objects with a bit of patience and creativity. It's great for working on several pieces at once, as you can heat set one object and move on to the next while waiting for the adhesive to cool. For this demonstration, we'll be using No Days Mosaic Adhesive with a clay pot, a glass votive, and a ceramic ornament.
The first thing we're going to do is use our scissors to cut a strip of the glue off of the sheet. And I usually do one strip like this to start out. I'm going to take my pieces and layer pieces onto my strip. Now notice that I have the wedges where this is a nice flat surface here.
The wedgies are nice because they're made from a non-slip, heat-resistant foam, holding your project securely and leaving your hands free. Your local stained glass studio should be able to order them for you. Once you've got your first row of tiles laid, it's time to heat set the adhesive.
We're going to heat the glass, and we're just going to wait for the terracotta to warm up, and you'll be able to actually see the glue grab onto the terracotta. It's almost like it seeps into the terracotta when the terracotta warms up. It kind of looks like the terracotta is getting wet underneath the pieces.
No Days Mosaic Adhesive changes from a solid to a liquid at 160 degrees Fahrenheit. When the adhesive is heated, it liquefies and grabs onto the pot and the glass. You can feel the tiles glide along the surface of the pot. If the tiles don't glide, then the adhesive has not been heated enough.
It is not heated enough. It is a bigger piece. So we're going to heat that up just a little bit more. I'm going to get it kind of underneath it. I'm not really worried about the terracotta heating up at this point. The terracotta will not break or thermal shock in any way, which is nice. It's porous, so it grabs everything very nicely. Now, the trick is with a 3D item is letting that completely cool before you move on to your next row. In the past, what I've done is taken a piece of masking tape and putting a piece of masking tape over this just to keep it from sliding. So if it does soften up when you're heating your next row or next section, that it won't slide anywhere. Now, we're going to do our next row, and on this one I'm going to cut a little bit bigger piece of glue, and we're going to put in a few extra little larger pieces here. We're going to do a little larger section now that we have our base section holding it.
As you're heating the next section, the tiles will begin to slide, and when they do, stop heating. Move them into place with a tool if you need, and in a few seconds they will stop sliding and begin to cool. Continue to build the rest of the way around the pot in the same manner, working on sections until you reach the first section. You can grout the pot as soon as the adhesive cools. Using the same technique and building in strips, it's possible to mosaic a variety of surfaces with No Days Mosaic Adhesive. Next, we're using a glass votive candle holder with glass globs.
And we're going to take some of our globs and we're going to set them on. And I just mix the colors up. Okay. And we're going to take and heat our piece up. Now, some of the pieces of glass, like I got this at a craft store. Some of the glass that I saw there have thicker areas around the base. This piece is all pretty thin all the way around. Again, when you're dealing with thermal shock, if you get some of those vases that have the really thick bottoms, you can actually crack the glass by heating it this way. Because this is very hot coming out of here. And this votive, because it's small and thin, it will be able to work very well. And what I'm doing is just pushing that down into the glue. The globs are hot, the glass is hot, and that is all adhered. And again, I'm going to let this cool.
For our next project, we'll be building on a sphere, a small ceramic ornament. This same technique can be applied at a larger scale, for example, on a bowling ball.
So this is again a piece that we picked up at Michael's, and it's a ceramic Christmas ornament, and I'm just going to put my glue on the surface. If you want it to kind of adhere around the surface a little bit, you can warm it up and see how it's kind of like shrink wrap. It just grabs the surface. And we are going to grab a couple globs, and I just do a few globs at a time. We'll do one more. And again, heat. And I'm going to have it up a little bit higher because this is a 3D surface and the pieces move. Sometimes they slide a little bit more or they pop up. So our glue is melting. You can see the glue melting. And we're heating up both surfaces, the last glob and the ornament, to make sure everything is stuck down very well. There we go. So you can feel it kind of slide a little bit in there when it adheres.